Should I leave my husband? My husband and I have been married for 10 years. I found out that he had been having an affair with an assistant at his practice. He's a psychiatrist and this woman has worked for them for only 8 months. The affair was going on for 5. I found out because I found text on his phone. Between the two of them, she was angry he wouldn't see her. We were on our way to dinner with our family. This made the evening awful. I just wanted to go home. I asked him to leave early. We talked it out. He was seemingly very remorseful. He said he will let her go. He swore to never see her again. I told him I needed a break. My trust of people are slim. My previous relationship was god-awful. He beat me. I was left in a coma and almost died before I finally realized I deserved better. I met my current husband and I thought he was amazing. He is smart, has a beautiful mind, kind and generous. He was a good husband. He says he was weak for having this affair. He had no feelings for her. He just found her sexually attractive. Nothing more. It's been 9 months. I stayed in the house. He moved out. He's really pressuring me to come back to him. He wants to move back into our home. Legally, I don't have a right to keep him away. But I don't know if I can be with him. The kids are wanting him home before Christmas. They miss him. I'm struggling with what to do. I know my parents went through an affair my father had. They came out stronger. But times were different then. Should I just tell him he should move on? Should I try and make it work? I'm just so confused. I need to do something. This is affecting my children and I don't want to put them through this anymore. Update. Thank you for the advice. I have been thinking this through, pondering my thoughts on reconciliation. As if I were without children, I would divorce. I went through physical abuse, and now emotionally and mentally I am feeling abused. My husband has let her go. She actually resigned. He told her. He told me she walked away and seems to have already found another man. He is living in an Airbnb home he's renting out, not far from our home. He visits every evening to see the kids. He and my eldest son are extremely close. This is affecting my son deeply. My son is from my previous relationship. He is 17, and he is begging me to let his father come home and just try and make it work. He has talked to our son about what he has done, why we are separate, and he has apologized to him for screwing everything up. I know that the fact that he has hurt the kids is killing him. I just do not understand why he didn't think about that before he took up with this woman. I see he is trying to make an effort to change despite the flowers and checking in on me. I know that's just him trying to show he loves me, but he is making efforts to be better. I know he hasn't had other affairs. We have had a couple deep conversations. He has come clean. He has expressed how ashamed of himself he is. Our families knows everything and his parents are extremely disappointed. They are afraid of losing me. They know my past relationship and they have been supportive. I don't see myself ever being able to be intimate with him again in a sexual way. I don't look at him the same. I do love him. I know he loves me. I understand people do duck up, make terrible selfish choices, but my decision will not only change my life but the life of my children. We were a tight-knit family and I hate what the kids are going through. He has manned up and apologized to them, told them it's his fault. I just hate the thought of my kids coming from a broken home, especially my 17-year-old. This already happened once. I don't want this for him again. My husband is asking me what can he do to prove himself. He's begging me to not divorce him. He wants to make it work, but as I said, I will never look at him the same. I don't want to have a sexless marriage, but I don't see myself having relations with him. I feel as if there's a huge wall up now. I'm sure due to my past relationship. He was beating me and cheating. My husband knows all of this. He has apologized over and over for cheating and being like him. He just turned 47 and I don't know if he was going through some midlife crisis. This is not normal behavior for him. He acknowledged that he was also disrespectful to this other woman. She's young and we have a daughter, and he said he would never want a man to take advantage of her in that way. He admits he was using her. No intention of using her for nothing but sex, and she was okay with it. I'm 45 and one part of me does not want to start over again and the other part of me refuses to live an unhappy life. More than anything, I feel confused. I'm feeling pressured by the kids. It's hurtful when they ask if I love daddy anymore. If I do, why am I not trying to make up with him? It's just very, very difficult right now. Redditors' reactions. Redditor 1, a moment of weakness works for a one-night stand, not for an affair that lasted months. He did not come clean, you caught him. That means every time he was with the AP, He never considered the impact the affair would have on you, his kids, his family. Seems like all the reasons you fell in love with him never existed. Redditor follow-up, yes. Does a moment now mean a 5-month, ongoing affair with a subordinate at work? Hess already minimizing what he has done. If he was remorseful, he wouldn't be pushing to come home on his timeline. You would work on your timeline. Him moving back in, to him, means he gets to sweep the matter under the carpet and you go on being his dutiful, undemanding house manager. Can you have individual counseling and tell him not to bring up moving back in at all? You will let him know if, and when you are ready to discuss the matter. He isn't doing the work. Hess still putting his priorities first and stomping over your wants and needs. Redditor 2, I would never presume to tell you what decision to make. I can only share my decisions and their outcomes. I was faced with the same decision of whether to hurt my children by divorcing my husband and their father when he had an affair. He was remorseful and wanted to spend the rest of his life making it up to me. It was a stupid mistake and he was breaking it off with her. The truth was that they were just going to be more secretive. We went to marriage counseling to learn how to better meet each other's needs. The reality is that he has a need to manipulate and control. He likes having a secret lover who will agree with him when he complains about me, and who will try harder when he tells her about the ways I am better than her. He is a narcissist who has a hole inside him that can never be filled. I think the elephant in the room is that someone who is capable of doing this, no matter how remorseful, is capable of doing it again. If it was a drunken one-time thing, then it could be avoided by not ever drinking without your spouse present. This likely cannot be avoided because you don't even know what caused it. I eventually learned my husband's true feelings toward me after I filed for divorce and he became mentally unstable. Cheating is abuse. He decided that it was okay to abuse you. It is up to you whether to accept someone in your life who thinks it is okay to abuse you. I think you already know that physical abuse escalates. In my experience, so does this type of abuse. I am sorry you are facing this. Redditor 3, one reason why I couldn't reconcile with my ex-wife was my not knowing how many other times she did this and got away with it. She even told me after her affair that I knew about that several years prior. She had gone to a hotel room drunk with one of her guy friends, but they supposedly didn't do anything because she felt bad and didn't want to cheat on me. So, what was I supposed to believe? That they just played checkers? And then once your partner cheats and then begs you for reconciliation, how can you possibly be assured that it won't happen again? What the hell are you supposed to expect the next time he has a mommy nt of we ak ni ss? Cheaters never seem to realize this, but their stupid excuses make them less trustworthy, not more so. In fact, with reconciliation it's likely they will cheat again because the message they receive is that there is no consequence. They can get away with it. Whereas with leaving the cheater, you ensure that this person will never cheat on you again. Redditor 4, has he fired her? Do you realize that she has a case of sexual harassment on her hands that could cripple your family financially? Your kid's future is at stake. The smart thing to do would be to divorce him, take your share, the kid's share, and let him handle any legal fallout from his actions with his share. That should teach him to stop preying on his staff members. Redditor 5, op has got your number. He has you all figured out. He doesn't have to be a psychiatrist to do that, but being one definitely gives him the edge. He is manipulating the kids to get what he wants. You are being pressurized into feeling sorry for him. This wasn't a mistake. It was a collection of a lot of decisions he made. Every text, every communication, every message, every minute of every day for all those months. Those were all his decisions, and his choices to make, and he made them. And his remorse right now most definitely has to do with his AP seeing someone else. It's not remorse. Hess coming back to you because you're plan B. As for your kids, it will hurt. And what I don't like about this situation is how the onus and blame is falling on you, for breaking up the family. That you have to be the one to let him back in. You need to change the messaging here, and you need to do it now. Let your son know and the kids in an age-appropriate way that the damage he did is irreparable. Let them know that he knew this, before and while he was doing it. Let them know it isn't a one-time thing, and that he didn't think about any of you guys, kids included, when he did it. Tell them that going forward, you don't trust him as a husband and a father. And make sure to put the onus back on him. Also let your kids know that this is an important life lesson for them, that they should never let anyone treat them this way. That you all deserve better. Redditor 6. What has he done thus far? Is she gone? Has he gone no contact with her? Where is he staying now? Does he now have unlimited access to her? He needs to go to individual counseling to determine how he could inflict emotional, mental and physical exposure to STI's trauma on you. 100% open technology. Create a postnup if he cheats again. You get 90% of everything including the home. Get STI tested full panel now and in 6 months. Same for him if you reconcile. Full disclosure. Is this his first affair? Has harming his business? Ask anyone here if they want to see a psychiatrist who is abusing their own partner. Redditor 7. My husband is asking me what can he do to prove himself. He's begging me to not divorce him. I should say so. He just hit the 10-year marker and is probably on the hook for God knows money being shoveled out to you if you divorce him. He admits he was using her, no intention of using her for nothing but sex, and she was okay with it. Admitting that he's using women right now? Is it possible he's just using you, too? To keep you off his monthly bill tab? It depends on how old the other woman was. If she was in her mid-20s or early 20s and close to your son's age, no, I would not even discuss this with him. You have some time to start over here, and it sounds like he has plenty of money to give you a nice hunk of alimony there. Your boy is 17. He should be moving out and going to college here soon. Why would he care one way or the other if dad is at home right now? Sounds like your husband may be manipulating him as well and maybe trying to get him to say these things to you. A 17-year-old shouldn't be that dependent on either parent, and most people go away to college at 18 anyway. It sounds like you're brainwashed, so I'll just wish you good luck. Some women are okay with their husbands sleeping around. If you're one of them, you should be fine. Once that 10-year itch hits, that's pretty much it. Redditor 8. I would not buy this weakness excuse for betraying you. What actions has he taken to fix himself so he won't be tempted the next time he has a moment of weakness for another pretty woman? He did it because he was selfish and wanted to do it and had no boundaries in place. TP stop him from doing it. It was exiting, thrilling and addictive.